Hey everyone, how's it going? It's your boy Skilled Fawn, and today we are going to be doing an Elden Ring challenge run. Let's waste no time and get straight into the rules. Starting off, I can only use the weathered straight sword. Is this the worst weapon in the game, or is this massively underrated? Let's find out together. Starting weapons are allowed until acquired. Next, no spirit summons. These are friendly NPCs that can be summoned to help the player in boss fights or various areas that allow them. Since we are not using them in this run, it will make things slightly harder. Afterwards, I cannot use armor, besides for Rykard. I'll explain briefly, but I cannot use armor at any point unless I'm fighting Rykard, because Rykard usually requires his weapon in his arena to defeat him. Since we're using the weathered straight sword only, I'm not going to be able to get that range. If I did it without armor, my health would end up ticking down faster, and my poise would be so low that I would stunned like almost every second from the ticking damage from the lava. And yeah, basically, we will not suffer through Rykard's fight and use armor to make the fight bearable. Subsequently, I must beat the game. Whether it's the Frenzied Flame, Ronnie's questline, or any of the alternate endings, it doesn't matter. The goal is simply to beat the game. How we get there is up to us. Lastly, glitches and or exploits are allowed. I'm excited to share this run with you guys. Make sure to smash the like button, comment and or subscribe if you enjoy content like this. Without further ado, let's get into the run. We speak with Melina and get Torrent. Because we grab Torrent, map traversal will be a lot easier. So we grab the various Dectus medallion pieces alongside Radagon's Soar Seal. Next up, we do a Commander O'Neill cheese using the various Scarlet Rot explosions. After some pass-throughs, we do enough damage to take him out and get some nice runes for leveling or spending at merchants. Afterwards, we head into Castle Stormvale and start farming for the weapon. These lowly Albinorics are holding them. Sooner or later, we acquire one. Now that we have one, let's see how good or crap this is, and whether or not this is one of the best or worst weapons in the game. We enter Godrick's arena and take him on. The first few attacks are dealing relatively low damage on Godrick, but this weapon is lowly upgraded, I believe, at this point, so just getting that amount of damage is interesting to say the least. I infuse the weapon with a Frost Ash of War to hopefully get the most damage out of my attacks. I personally have been enjoying Frost a lot more than Bleed, since it is more useful on a large variety of bosses, though I definitely do see the benefit that Bleed has. This isn't a clear-cut example whether or not this is a good or bad weapon, so hopefully a boss later down the line will be able to help us answer that question. We eventually take Godrick down and acquire our first Great Rune. Next we head to Liurnia. This is a fairly easy area early on, but can be tricky with its numerous magic-wielding enemies and sorcerers. Afterwards is Renala. The fight at the beginning is about hitting the scholars with the aura to bring Renala to the floor. Once she is down, this allows the player to get some hits in. This phase took 2 cycles, which is fairly normal. If it took 1, I would consider how good it really is, or if it took, 3 or more, I may say it is looking weak. For now, there isn't too much evidence to prove much other than it is looking pretty average. In her second phase, she can be particularly tricky because of her powerful range attacks and spirit summons. Once again, the weathered straight sword doesn't deal massive damage, but its fast attack speed allows us to get hits in between her spells. Thankfully, its damage has been manageable. With a lot of patience, we managed to defeat Renala and obtain another Great Rune. Because we have 2 Great Runes, we are able to enter the capital. Standing between us and the capital is DTS, and there's nothing really to note, so let's continue on. Near the top of the capital, we find Godfrey. This is about the point in the game where bosses and enemies are going to start hitting a lot harder and them having more health. One downside to using this Ash of War / status effect is that I'm not able to frost proc this version of Godfrey. Instead, I'll have to rely purely on physical damage. Once we take him down, we get another talisman slot and head towards the Erd Tree. After Godfrey, I decided to fight both of the Omen twins. Moog the Omen, located under the capital, and Morgott at the very top of the capital. These two fights are really fun and will yield some nice runes. With Moog, I'm not able to frost proc because he's immune to all status effects. Morgott, on the other hand, I frost him into oblivion. His fight started to really showcase the power of this weapon. Is this the best it can get, or will it get much worse later down the road? Well, let's find out together. Let me know in the comments right now predictions for, the end game and, what you think this weapon will be. Eventually, we take them both down. Taking them both down, we progress through mountaintops of the Giants and into Fair Missoula. In Fair Missoula, things get even more intense. The collapsing city is home to some of the toughest enemies and bosses in the game. Navigating through, we eventually come across Godskin Duo. Now the problem is this weapon has very low physical attack damage, and even with the frost procking, it still doesn't deal as much damage as a high tier weapon would. This once again shows that this weapon is pretty average. Not the best damage, but not the worst. Some benefits of this weapon is the various, fast attack speeds, whether it's a charge R2 or, just an R1. We managed to wear them down, but it did take a while. The low base damage of the sword makes the fight a real challenge, but persistence pays off and we finally defeat them. Feeling confident, let's head to Caelid and face off against Star Scourge Radahn. This fight is notoriously difficult due to Radahn's immense strength, wide array of attacks, and the reach and range of those attacks. Like, dear gosh, this one spinning combo he does, it just gets me like nearly every time just because of how insane his reach is and just the damage. Without spirit summons to distract him, we have to rely entirely on our dodging skills and the limited reach of our sword. At this point, we have the highest level of upgrades on the Weathered Straight Sword, so let's see if this changes anything. We take him on, and what's this? Insane damage? Holy crap! Yeah, you can see just how, oh my gosh. We actually are able to take him down before he even gets into his second phase. Now, this could be because of the combination of me being a little over-leveled for this fight, alongside my high upgraded weapon level. Regardless, that was really cool to do. And, we finally bring him down, the giant behemoth, and claim another great room. Next, we head into Mount Gelmir and into Rykard's fight. Before the fight, I farmed the enemies that dropped the sword to get another. Now I have a sword with Frost and another with Bleed. We make quick work of God-devouring Serpent, and Rykard himself is short to follow. The thing about this fight was that it was primarily the status effects, not the weapon, that was dealing the damage. So pretty much any weapon could do this. Even though Radahn wowed us, we need more evidence. Another formidable foe awaits, and this is Moog, Lord of Blood. His blood magic and relentless aggression poses a significant threat. This was actually one of the reasons my tools only run. I struggled with Moog. Even though I actually didn't even beat him, I tried to, and one time I got him so close after maybe 20 or 25 minutes. But yeah, that was pain. This was simply because he's way more aggressive than most, if not all, bosses. Combine this with his medium to small arena is just a massive recipe for disaster. Regardless, we exploit his attacks, striking quickly then rolling away to safely. The fight is a delicate dance of dodging and attacking, and the Weathered Straight Sword, though, still lacking in raw power, proves its worth. With enough patience, we manage to take down Moog, move closer to our ultimate goal. Next up is Malekith the Black Blade. Weathered Straight Sword's rapid strikes help us stay agile, but the fight is grueling. Malekith's high damage output, quick moves keep us on our toes. But after some time, we manage to bring him down. Now we stand before Godfrey, First Elden Lord. This fight is a true test of our skills and the limitations of our weapon. Godfrey's powerful attacks and relentless pressure force us to stay focused. After an intense battle, managed to defeat him and move on to the final challenge. Finally, we reach Radagon and Elden Beast. This two-phase fight is the ultimate test of our weapon's strength and weaknesses. Radagon's quick, powerful attacks require perfect timing and precision, Weathered Straight Sword, while not the most powerful weapon, allows us to get hits in between his attacks. That is the one of the few things that I'm able to praise about this weapon, is that it has very quick attacks, and even the charge attacks cost very low stamina. Once we deal enough damage, we transition to Elden Beast. Elden Beast's massive damage and wide range of attacks make this fight daunting. It is mostly the various area of effect attacks that it casts, from Elden Stars, the Flame Breath, and onwards. Most of them the player has to be extremely careful. Due to our low damaging weapon, this means that we need to stay focused and avoid mistakes. With perseverance, precise dodging, and strategic attacks, we slowly whittle it down its health. We land the killing blow and defeat Elden Beast. Now, after taking down Radagon and Elden Beast, I was like, crap, I actually haven't even taken down Melania yet. We eventually reach her and take her on. She is one of the most challenging bosses in Elden Ring, and arguably one of the toughest in any Soulsborne game. Melania is infamous for her lifesteal mechanic, where each successful hit she lands heals her. This makes the fight even more grueling, and one reason why in my shield only run, I was like, alright, screw it, we're not doing Melania this run, because this is going to be extremely tough. Could you do it? Sure. But I think I was doing, or wait, sorry, not shield only. I was doing a no dodging run. One of her most devastating moves is the infamous waterfowl dance. This spinning multi-hit attack can easily kill us if we're not careful. The strategy is to recognize the start of the move and dodge accordingly. It's all about timing and precision. We managed to survive her onslaught and slowly but surely get her to her second phase. In her second phase, Melania transforms into the goddess of rot. This phase introduces new challenges, including devastating area of effect attacks and her Scarlet Aeonia Bloom, which spreads rot across the battlefield. Our goal is to stay focused and, move, dodging her attacks, avoiding the rot while continuing to strike at every opportunity. Weathered Straight Sword's quick strikes again prove beneficial, allowing us to dodge her attacks and get in quick hits before retreating. After some time, we finally land the killing blow. And yeah, this is the challenge run completed. Let me know in the comments below if you think this weapon is trash or amazing. So, in conclusion, is the Weathered Straight Sword the worst weapon in Elden Ring? Well, it may not have the raw damage output or flashy abilities like other weapons, but it held its own in every battle. Its quick attack speed and low stamina costs allowed for a playstyle focus on agility and precision. While it may be overshadowed by more powerful weapons, it's far from useless. In the right hands, it can carry you through even the most challenging encounters the game has to offer. There were definitely some moments where it shined, for instances Radahn, but there were definitely some moments where it failed or was lackluster, such as a lot of endgame fights. So after all that, I would just call it average. This challenge run was not just about proving a point, but also embracing the spirit of adventure and testing the limits. It showed that sometimes the greatest triumphs come from overcoming the toughest obstacles with the humblest of tools. Thank you all for coming and checking out my video and channel. I hope you enjoy this and learn something along the way. Try and do something kind for someone today. And this is your boy Skilled Fawn, and I'm out.